I would encourage you to make the thresholds for disclosure of donations much, much higher.
Welcome to Capital New York. I'm Ozzie Paybarah. Here's today's video briefing. The voice you just heard is David Keating. He's from the Center for Competitive Politics, and he was in Albany testifying at a hearing about whether or not New York State should adopt a New York City-style program for publicly financing campaigns. The hearing was held by Senate Republicans. They picked a room that was too small to actually accommodate all the people that wanted to attend.
This is a public hearing, and I'm disturbed that the public is not in the room with us.
Anyway, if you couldn't get into the hearing, it's okay. There were video cameras there. And as we all know, once there's a video camera in the room, there is no place to hide, as Republican Senator Michael Nozzolio demonstrates.
There are hundreds of computers where this is being broadcast, that this access is available to anyone who wants to take a moment or two to watch the proceedings.
Okay, here's Keating's argument in a nutshell. If New York State adopts a New York City-style program of publicly financing campaigns, New York State will get the same kind of politicians that New York City gets.
As the New York City Council, is it attracting candidates of higher moral character today than it was before there was tax financing or not? There should be hearings to find out, is there any evidence that the candidates themselves are of higher moral character? Is the City Council seen as more efficient and more effective today than it was before tax-financed elections? I submit the answer is no to all those questions, but you should certainly look into it.
Yes, he actually did recommend having the New York State Senate hold hearings on the efficacy of New York City Council members. No irony whatsoever.
There are a lot of differences between state elections and city elections. In New York City, when you win a primary, you usually pretty much won the election. I mean, there's a general election, but it's usually a formality. State assembly and state senate races are quite competitive in both the primary and the general election.
Oh, and one more thing. Keating, he's from the Center for Competitive Politics, and yesterday he had a perfect audience. 3 of the Republican senators in that committee hearing, O'Mara, Nozzolio, and Gallivan, spent a combined $150,000 in the month before the general election and in the 27 days afterwards. And guess what? Not one of them had an actual opponent. That's today's video briefing. Tell me what you think.